Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting 11. Chicago Fire 2, the always outstanding Patrick Lose, newly minted June goalkeeper of the month in MLS Next Pro. The youngster, the 16-year-old in goal for Chicago. Christian Kofi up at the top of this 4-5-1. And then you have Pareba and Osorio, the most lucrative goal-scoring duo in the entire MLS Next Pro. 20 between them, and Pareba with 11 to lead the league in the midfield. Now for the visitors from Toronto, Toronto FC 2. It'll be Ayari, Dimitru, and Fisher at the top of a 3-4-3. Rigopoulos, Olguin, Stanilin, and Batiste. Ryan Farrell is our referee. There is that whistle, and we are underway. 4 matches on the day in MLS Next Pro. This is the second match. Left-footed in-swinger incoming. This is headed low and out of the box, and it'll be a Chicago Fire 2 throw-in. And there you see a touch for Patrick Lose, the outstanding youngster in goal for Chicago Fire. For Chicago Fire 2, the June goalkeeper of the month, even despite the fact that June 30th, the final day of the month, he gave up 5. It was an offensive explosion for Crown Legacy. Chicago Fire 2 fell 5-1. Only 10 shots, 5 goals allowed. Maybe something brewing here for Chicago Fire 2. On the left foot, keeping his footing, and the shot is wide off the side netting. It was a good push for Chicago Fire 2, but doesn't result in much. Good individual effort up that left side, but Glasgow unable from a difficult angle to put it on target. He did have options at the top of the area, opted not to try to take advantage of them, and it goes for naught. Keeps it on his right foot. Tried to chip it into the box. There was contact with a body. He calls for handball. The referee says play on. Glasgow does. Now right foot, and it's put up and over goal and out of play, but Chicago Fire 2. And now it's worked into the attacking half, and it's misplayed. Kofi on the run. Kofi! And a sensational defensive play to block the shot. A sliding, a desperate Theo Rigopoulos able to get there. And Toronto lives for a corner. It was misplayed. Good ball forward by Osorio. Kofi was going to give it a ride, and Rigopoulos there to save the day, at least momentarily. What effort from Rigopoulos. He sold out and he won the battle. Here's the corner. Back post and headed out of play. Rodriguez looks like he's just going to try and wait for the whistle, and there it is from the referee. It'll be Chicago 2 and NYC FC 2 on Sunday. And there's our whistle to begin the second half. Will Chicago be able to find 3 points for the first time since late May? Will Toronto find a way to win away from home? Those questions to be answered here in the next 45 minutes. A handball. For the exception of one match, Chicago will spend the entire month of July playing on home turf. They would love to be able to use this extended spell at home to grab as many additional points in the table as they can. Here's Christian Kofi, always active, up the left side. Kofi dribbles it to the middle. It is a goal for Chicago! Finishing it off, Amari Glasgow. And right out of the locker room, Chicago 2 has the advantage. 1-0. That was not well dealt with by Toronto 2. Kofi, they got one extremely late, thanks to the heroics of Julian Altobelli last time out against Columbus, and that had to be swiped at by Los. He wasn't sure if that was headed towards the back of the goal. Here's a deflection. This should be a corner after Olguin gave it a ride. Well, Toronto 2's attack has woken up now that the score line reads 1-0 to the opposition. So the goal for the 20-year-old Amari Glasgow. Here's the corner, near post. Played back, now sent to the top of the area and denied there. Rigopoulos goes to retrieve. A good tackle, and it's won back by TFC 2. Trickled on to Stanley. A shot! Los has to dive to the right. Loose rebound, open goal, and it's cleared off the line. An exceptional play. Jalen Shannon. Los tested. A meaty rebound. And look at Shannon come in and slide it off the line. Asking for a handball is Mark Fisher. The referee says play on. Stanley, Rigopoulos, back heel. Fisher, back post. Nobody home. Retrieved in the corner by Batiste. Batiste wants to go 1v1 with Cups. Batiste forces it an attacking third throw-in. 1-0 Chicago 2, thanks to Amari Glasgow. At the dawn of this second half. Nearly right out of the locker room. But then it's been Toronto 2 ever since. Chicago's gone defensive. Toronto has started to apply pressure. But will it come to fruition? There's still plenty of time to see. Stanley's going to allow this to roll on to Rigopoulos. Was dispossessed. Now look out, because Chicago can hit on the counter. Toronto read it, doesn't matter. Look at Kofi hustling up that touchline. Kofi into the box. Christian Kofi, right foot blocked down. Kofi still on it though. Here's a low blast and another Chicago goal. Sergio Orahel from 25 yards out said, hey, why not? And he caught Rodriguez flat-footed. 2-0 to the home side. You see Kofi play it back. Orahel's on. For Stanley, Batiste, and Ayari, respectively. Here comes Chicago 2, numbers initially. Good move to the outside. Glasgow tried to pick out a teammate in the middle of the box. But that was dealt with by Toronto 2. If they're going to pull a goal back, it's got to happen here relatively soon. Not exactly a high-powered attacking bunch here with Toronto. Want to give yourself some time to find a second after you can deposit one past Los. Onto the left foot, but it short hops Los. It was right at him from Fisher, who did well to give himself some real estate, put some power behind that left foot, but Los didn't have to move. Kofi. And a very professional approach for Chicago 2 today. Very much in control, and when they've needed a stellar play, they've gotten it, both on the attack and defensively. Jalen Shannon has been superb along the back line for Chicago 2. So is Diego Konings. Christopher Cupps has done the job as well. So we've discussed the goal scorers, Glasgow and Orahel. But Diouf, Konings, Shannon, Cupps, they've been real good, despite some extended pressure in the second half. Back on to Holguin, and it's going to be a free kick for Toronto and a card. He's thrown into the air.
A yellow card caution.
This is shown to Vitaly Hoyet.
Number 68, Vitaly Hoyet.
So Vitaly Hoyet just came on a few minutes ago, and now he's in the book of Ryan Farrell. Bit reckless there from Vitaly Hoyet. A number of players on this Toronto 2 side have spent time at the U18 and U16 levels of Canadian national soccer. Disappointing day yesterday, falling in the semifinals of Copa America to Argentina, but what a run for the Canadians. It was also not a great international day for Ludovic Tayendier, the head man of Chicago 2. His native home, France, falling to Spain 2-1. And there is a good effort from distance on the set piece, but it flies just wide of an extended Patrick Los, who had to sprawl to his right. A great take, but just a few inches off the near post. Toronto possessing plenty of the ball in this second half. Just not enough dangerous opportunities. That's blocked away. Toronto 2 is going to get back on the ball. Swept away. Fisher. Chicago has everybody back. It's a wall of red. And now it's into the hands of Patrick Los. Can Toronto find any way to pull a goal back and at least give themselves a bit of life? This is well played through. Los, though, able to swipe at it and pull it into his chest while he lay it on the turf. His outstretched fingertips able to collect it. Altobelli was trying to bully his way in off a really superb give and go. But as he looked for one final trailer, Los was there to snuff it out. Now all Chicago 2 has to do is continue to bleed clock. What feels like a commanding 2-0 advantage. And there's our final kick of the match. That's it. Whistle blows, and Chicago Fire 2. They take 3 points in the table, the first time since late May. The team they did it against, Toronto 2.